Hello everybody. Last year we saw lessons about tenses, okay? One of those lessons, past simple and past continuous. Okay, let's revise, okay, this lesson together. Now past simple or past continuous and past simple help us understand how two past actions or situations are connected, right? Okay, let's see first past simple. Now, past simple refers to an action in the past, not in the present, okay? And there are two kind of verbs in simple past. Regular verbs, which end in ed, which take ed at the end. For example, call, called, play, played, arrive, arrived, right? These are called regular verbs. Irregular verbs have a different form, usually with a different vowel sounds. Look at these examples. Wake changes to woke. Break changes to broke. Feel changes to felt. So for irregular verbs, there is no rule to follow. That's why you should memorize them by heart. Okay. Now see these examples. An old friend of mine called me yesterday. So this is a regular verb, called. I woke up early this morning to go to school. Woke up. Woke up is irregular verb, right? My father played basketball when he was at university. Played is a regular verb which ends in ed in simple past. Now move on to the negative form. Now negative form is formed by placing didn't before the verb and changing the verb to infinitive form. Look at the example. My parents didn't call me yesterday. Now please look at call. Call is not conjugated. Call is in infinitive form. Why? Because we place didn't before call. Look at the second example. I didn't wake up early this morning. We cannot say I didn't woke up. It's not correct. So wake up is in its infinitive form because we place didn't before wake up, right? Now the question form or interrogative form, however, can be formed by placing did before the subjects, okay? And we add the verb in its infinitive form. Look at the examples. Did you wake up early this morning? Okay, so wake up is in its infinitive form here because we place did, right, followed by the subject, okay, and the verb should be in its infinitive form. The same for this for this example. Did Sam play basketball when he was at university? Now play is in infinitive form too. Okay? Right. Okay, past continuous. The past continuous shows us that the action was already in progress at a certain time in the past. Okay, how? We see this through these examples. What were you doing at 8 p.m. last night? What were you doing at 8 p.m. last night? Okay, some of you may respond as this. I was studying. Some may say, I was playing football. Others may say, we were watching TV, right? Depending on each one of you. So this means that I started studying before 8 p.m. and I continued after 8 p.m. So it's a long action, right? The action of studying or playing football or watching TV, okay, in this context takes a long time. That's why it should be, used in past continuous, not simple past. Right. Now the past continuous can also show that an activity was in progress for some time, not just for a moment. Look at the example. We were cleaning the house all morning or the whole morning. You see, the action of cleaning the house takes a long time or took a long time for the whole morning. That's why it should be, used in in past continuous. Okay, let's see the forms, the form of past continuous. We make the past continuous with was or were plus the ing form of the verb. The subjects I, she, he, it are made with was plus verb plus ing, whereas the subjects we, you, and they are made with were plus verb plus ing. Okay, now let's see the difference between past continuous and past simple. When we use these two tenses together, it shows us that the past simple action happened in the middle of the past continuous action while it was in progress. How? Let's discover this through the example. While I was studying, I suddenly felt sleepy. Now, the action of feeling asleep or sleepy happened in the middle of the continuous action, which is studying in the above example. Okay? And we often use these tenses to show an action interrupting another action. Look at the example. I broke my leg when I was skiing. Now, when I was skiing, then sadly, I broke my leg. Of course, skiing takes a long time, and breaking the leg happens, it's a brief action actually, which, interrupted the long action, which is skiing. As I was going to work, I saw an old friend. The same thing here. Now, going to work takes a time, but seeing an old friend, it's a brief action which interrupted the first, past continuous action. We were watching TV when the power went off. The same thing. When you watch TV, you actually take, at least 1 hour or more for example, watching a movie or a match. So, of course, watching TV should be, used in past continuous, right? And but when the power or the electricity go off, now this action is a brief one, which, it interrupts or interrupted the action in progress form. Now, we use past continuous tense for parallel actions in progress too. That is to say, actions taking place at the same time in the past. For example, she was watching TV while her mother was preparing dinner. Now, both actions here, watching TV and preparing dinner, are actions in progress and happen at the same time in the past. They go hand in hand. It's like, for example, the teacher was explaining the lesson while some students were talking together. So two actions which happen at the same time, and of course should be used with past continuous. Okay, now finally I will let you do this exercise to to test yourself, okay, and for more understanding. Now this exercise is about putting the verbs in simple past or past continuous. So the first one is like a mini dialogue. Ali, what you do when the accident occur? Ibrahim replied, I try to change a light bulb. Number 2. Sebastian arrived at Susan's house a little before 9 p.m., but she be nuts. She studied in the library for her final exam in French. Sandy is in the living room watching TV. At this time yesterday, she watched TV. That's all she ever does. Peter, I called you last night after dinner, but you be not there. Where were you? Jane, I work out at the fitness center. The last one, the Titanic crossed the Atlantic when it strike. Okay, so please you decide which is which. Is it simple past or past continuous in these examples? Thank you. Have a nice time, and bye-bye.